So Thinking Fast and Slow, book by Daniel Kahneman. Certainly thinking, here, Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman is groundbreaking book that explores the two systems that drive human thought, right? System one is here, which is fast, intuitive and emotional. And system two is which is slow, deliberate and logical. Kahneman, a Nobel Prize winning psychologist, delves into how these systems shape our judgments and decision making, often leading to cognitive biases and errors. Key concept in the book is two systems of thinking. System one is here, operates automatically and quickly, with little effort. It helps us make snap judgments, but is prone to biases, right? System 2 is requires attention and effort, handling complex reasoning, but is often lazy, relying System 1's shortcut. Okay, so cognitive biases and here heuristics. Kahneman explains how our brains use shortcuts, heuristics, that we called, how our brain use shortcuts that can lead to systematic errors. Some key biases include here that anchoring bias. Right, anchoring bias. Our decisions are influenced by initial information, even if irrelevant. Availability, heuristic. We judge the likelihood of events based on how easily examples come to mind. Loss aversion, right? People's fear loses more than they value equivalent gains, leading to risk averse, right, behavior. Overconfidence and illusions of understanding here. Human tends to be, overconfident in their judgments, often underestimating, uncertainty. The planning fallacy, describes how people underestimate the time and resources, needed for tasks. Prospect theory and decision making under risk, right? So here Kahneman and his colleague, Amos Tversky, developed prospect theory, which explains how people evaluate potential losses and gains, right? People tend to here, avoid risk when facing here gains, but take risk to avoid losses. The role of intuitions versus rational, thought. While intuitions can be, powerful, but here it is often misleading, right? Experts here develop reliable intuitions through experience, but in many cases deliberate reasoning is necessary. So impact and takeaways here. Understanding this cognitive biases can help individuals make better decisions in finance, business and everyday life. So Kahneman's insights challenge the traditional view of rational decision making, right? Showing that human thinking is deeply flawed and predictable, right? So how can these concepts here be applied in daily decision making, right? How can these concepts be applied in daily decision making, right? So Kahneman's